What if God saw your career as harmful as that of a drug dealer? Would you be able to justify a career as an alcohol distiller? How about a tobacco manufacturer? As Christians, which industry should we support in light of the social problems that we face? I'm a pre-med student who has always had a passion for living a healthy lifestyle. I'm a mother and a wife, and I've noticed that when my family eats fast food, we feel drained, whereas when we eat whole foods rich in vitamins and minerals like fruits and vegetables, we have more energy, we're happier, and have less digestive problems. For this speech, I will draw from articles from the New York Times, from the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Journal of Medicine and Science and Sports Nutrition, as well as the list of ingredients McDonald's has in their menu that they have published online. Obesity and other nutrition-related diseases have reached epidemic proportions in America and can be dramatically reduced by the food industry operators changing their business focus to honor what God values. If they don't, we as Christians should boycott the companies who refuse to make changes to their recipes. In this speech, I wish to bring to light the scope of the problem of obesity in America and to show how it is immoral for businesses to go through such drastic measures to serve the lowest quality products in order to make the highest profit. I will then offer that the solution to this problem is the reconstructing of the mission of these companies to nourish rather than pillage, which will make the consumer and the provider closer to God. The problem of obesity is the highest it's ever been and is on the rise. Studies, including one by the American Academy of Pediatrics, show that childhood obesity is approaching the severity of adult obesity and is still on the rise, and all has been linked to the high consumption of high-calorie fast food. The Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise has shown that, as well as other studies have also supported, that fast food and obesity has been linked to heart disease, colon cancer, diabetes, and a host of other problems and diseases that are flooding our medical system and costing us billions. There are several risk factors for obesity, but it is generally accepted that it is often the result of an addiction to an overconsumption of high-calorie fast food. Fast food restaurants are using harmful ingredients not only to make the food taste rich, but also to make a higher profit. The choice to make the profit over to caring about the consumer is unbiblical. 1 Timothy 6:10 says, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil," and fast food restaurants have definitely chosen the love of money over the care of people. For example, MSG is a flavoring agent that is used only to cover up the lack of quality in foods. Specifically, it's a flavor enhancer that makes a food taste like it has more nutrition, specifically protein, than it actually does. I am not suggesting the government needs to restrict what we can and cannot use in our foods, but I am appealing to people who hide behind the lack of these restrictions in order to justify their business practice that harm millions. As a solution, I recommend restaurants adapt a more caring business plan that reflects a more balanced effort to nourish people and to make a profit. I am not suggesting that fast food should be illegal, nor am I suggesting that consuming anything but perfectly balanced diet is sinful. I am merely suggesting that as a response to an epidemic proportion obesity has reached and nutrition-related diseases have reached, that it is unethical for the well-being of the consumer to be compromised in the business planning of the fast food industry. In response to the statistics that so many people have difficulty overcoming the temptation to frequently indulge in fast food, that we as Christians are called to take heed of verses like 1 Corinthians 8, which encourage us to not tempt those who have struggles, to not be a stumbling block for anyone. Because of the temptation of drive-thrus and low cost and the abundance of fast food, the fast food industry has the obligation to change their business plan and their recipes. This addiction to high-calorie foods separates someone from God just as an addiction to tobacco or to alcohol would. Many Christians are sensitive to this and don't partake in alcohol consumption, even if it's not a problem for them, just because of what it does to some because of its addictive nature. I propose that fast food is the same way and harms millions, even maybe more. I challenge you to consider whether partaking in any of these, alcohol, tobacco, fast food, is worth exercising our legal freedoms if it serves as a stumbling block to others. So, in your career, wherever it may be, seek to honor God, love thy neighbor. God wants us to care about people. The fast food industry uses the cheapest ingredients in order to make the highest profit. This is not caring for people, because even though people should know to only eat it occasionally, the reality is many people have it every day, and this is contributing to the highest amount of heart disease, cancers, and diabetes we've ever seen, and is all on the rise and spreading to other nations. The fast food industry continues to make billions by means of these unethical business practices, and we as Christians should boycott supporting them if they do not change their recipes. So honor God with your career and love people with your business practices. Do not support companies who profit to the detriment of others. So what is your job promoting? What if God could see the love you have for people through how you make and spend your money? What are you willing to do to spread the love of Christ?